toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another team from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Sooners offense is on the field for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Using the quick game. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Firing to the right, complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. dropping back. It's Chester. Completes it in the middle. Shakes off the defender. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking hit.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. To the air. It's Chester. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He's running free down the middle. The tag. Touchdown, Dogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Chester. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Behind the chains now on second and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Back to pass on second down. It's caught. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Back to throw, it's Chester. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down and run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Might be calling a hot route. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The snap sets up the throw. Big guy tries to barrel in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Back to throw, it's Chester. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Chester. Quick completion on the out. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Quick strike through the air for the score. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just adding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Reads it, fires complete. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's a hit. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. He got it.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Back to pass. It's Chester. Got his man downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. The official says no good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but you have a 20-point lead. Life is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now. And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got his man. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line.
He's just got a knack. I mean, just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Immediately fires to the middle. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Chester. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Got his man on the right. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Somehow got the screen into that traffic. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the fourth down, throws that fist up in the air.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. To the air on first down. A little release to the back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Converts on fourth down, still going. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Georgia, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll try the run. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do. Down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Chester. Right 20. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now they'll run the draw. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Making side adjustments here. Shotgun snap on third down. Makes the catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into... He'll take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on... They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. The quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I think that's an example there on the out route. Receiver just has to know where the first down marker is. You got to stretch the depth of your route a little bit longer to make sure that once you catch it and you go out of bounds, you've already picked up the first. He wasn't able to do that, and now it sets up 4th and short.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. Nice move to pick up the... Oh, another great move! Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through. It's really helping out this offense.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Let's go! Let's go!
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Tagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Chester. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football.
There he goes.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.